7 Shocking Drawbacks of Intelligence. Revealed. You could believe that life would be easier, happier, and immeasurably more satisfying if you had a higher IQ. But what if we are told that being intelligent also has its drawbacks? Shocking but true. Being clever has many upsides, but can also come with disadvantages. For instance, intelligent people often put too much pressure on themselves to do well, and are considered arrogant. Also, high IQs don't guarantee a fulfilling life because being smart means having only some of the best qualities. Being clever can also make you more likely to make dumb mistakes. Research shows that people with high IQs are likelier to make errors when solving problems due to a bias called dysrationalia, which causes people to act irrationally, despite their intelligence. They tend to overestimate their reasoning power, which is why they make so many mistakes. Another downside of being clever is a lack of social skills. People with high IQs can find it difficult to make friends, since they need social skills to connect with others. Smart people can sound like a know-it-all, and others can subconsciously avoid them. Smart people also tend to become bored easily. They get bored with repetitive behaviors. While some types of success can come from creativity, others can only be achieved by becoming an expert in a field. Smart people may also lose interest in learning new things, once they figure it out. These are a few things you'll know by the end of this video. High IQ problems, extreme intelligence characteristics, downsides of being highly intelligent. Now, let's have a look at 7 such drawbacks of intelligence. Hello dear viewers. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to TKI, theknowledgeinsights.com. Being part of your fine lifestyle. Before we start, click the subscribe button below, also the bell icon, as we have more insights to share with you for your fine living. Let's get started. Number 1. Indifference to emotions. Empathy is an intentional feeling for other people, who have different experiences than we do. Empathy is often linked with prosocial behavior, and has been considered the chief enabling process for altruism. Wilson has suggested that empathy contributes to our genetic fitness. Highly intelligent people lack empathy at times. All that matters to them the most would be something to do with themselves. Empathy is often difficult to measure objectively, especially based on social neuroscience. This approach is limited by its need for repeat measures designs, and small samples, which limits its ability to study situational variables. It is also difficult to differentiate between genuine empathic responses and personal distress. Empathy can be triggered by many situations, such as observing another person in distress, or imagining their behavior. Reading a novel or watching a TV show can also trigger empathy. Empathy involves adopting the point of view of the other person in a situation. Number 2. Developing envy sometimes. Jealousy makes people compare themselves to others, and question their abilities. It can also cause someone to change the topic of conversation, or cross-question the other person to find weaknesses. However, there are also good effects that jealousy can have. If you can overcome jealousy, you can attract a partner who will complement your strengths, and help you achieve your goals. In a study conducted by the researchers, they found that jealousy significantly impacts the ability to form relationships. People with high levels of jealousy were more likely to be attracted to other people who did not share their traits. 2 people with the same level of jealousy are more likely to form a relationship than 2 people with varying levels of intelligence. The authors also found that women with higher self-esteem reported less jealousy than those with low self-esteem. These results are consistent with the notion that jealousy is mediated by emotion, including self-esteem and threat to self-esteem. Number 3. Biased mistakes. Smart individuals are often positioned in higher positions within organizations, which puts them in a position to make important decisions. A bad decision made by a CEO will have a disproportionately large effect on the entire organization. Additionally, they are often faced with problems that require answers. The problem is that some questions need to be better framed, and a person may believe them to be right when they are not. One study by Leanne Ten Brinke, a postdoctoral fellow in psychology at the University of California, Berkeley, examined how individuals can recognize deception unconsciously. In the experiment, she used subliminal images of liars and truthful people. The researchers observed that participants could better identify words associated with lying when the liars were shown subliminally. In contrast, They were slower to identify words associated with truthfulness when shown as truthful individuals. This research suggests that detecting deception can help individuals avoid situations that may require them to lie. Number 4. Incorrect assumptions. Despite their high intelligence, many smart people tend to make wrong assumptions. Some of this is due to overconfidence. Researchers conducted logic tests on hundreds of people and compared the accuracy of their answers to their IQ. The researchers found that smart people make more mental errors than average people, possibly because they have blind spots in their logic and are overconfident in their reasoning skills. In addition, smart people are more likely to believe fake news and conspiracy theories. A few examples of the latter include a Brexit-named daughter. Another example is, smartphone radiation is known to cause widespread insanity and brain damage in humans. Interestingly, intelligent individuals often make wrong assumptions about science. These people are often biased in favor of their general beliefs, ignoring scientific evidence. For example, conservatives and liberals disagree about whether global warming is real. However, people with stronger critical thinking tend to reject evidence that does not support their viewpoint. Number 5. Excessive thoughts. The brain of an intelligent individual works round the clock and constantly scans for new information. This constant mental activity leads to higher cognitive abilities, but it also leads to more anxiety. This constant mind searching, rationalizing, and questioning can be exhausting. As a result, intelligent individuals often become exhausted by excessive thoughts. Highly intelligent people love to think deeply about abstract concepts and philosophical ideas. They are naturally curious and love to learn about the world. Their minds are often a minefield of complex information, and they may sometimes feel misunderstood and lonely. Number 6. Simple success. Many people assume that being smart will make you successful, but this is not true. People with high IQs are likelier to overthink things, which isn't a healthy habit. They can't get a good night's sleep, because their minds are always racing. People with high IQs also don't tend to develop perseverance. They are also more likely to neglect their heart. Many intelligent people are prone to becoming bored with routine activities. They may have excellent creativity, but need help to focus on one activity. They might need to make the most of their abilities when this happens. As a result, they lose interest in learning new things. Some smart people attach their self-esteem to being intelligent, which causes them to devalue other skills. For example, they might see that their intelligence guarantees success, and need to see the other skills necessary to make that success happen. Consequently, they may avoid situations that reveal flaws in their armor, such as dealing with critical feedback, or taking a risk. People with high IQs may have an advantage over those with lower IQs, as they may not need to study as much for tests, and may be able to understand complex concepts instantly. This may allow them to take on exciting and challenging jobs, such as rocket scientists, but it may come at a cost. Number 7. Concerned about ignorance. In the 2020s, being ignorant is a huge problem. As a result, many bright people openly mock those not so bright. It's open season on the non-smart, with people who would never use pejoratives toward other groups, using them to describe those with a low IQ. In their attempt to achieve the goal of a stable society, people must acquire the necessary knowledge to make informed decisions. They must understand basic science and math, human psychology, politics, and key economic concepts. They must also comprehend the harmful effects of social entropy. Knowledge of human psychology allows us to understand the universal desire for happiness and fulfillment. Takeaway. Aristotle said, "All wisdom begins with knowledge of oneself." The practice of knowing oneself is the key to wisdom. It helps a person develop an appreciation of other people, and allows them to acknowledge their faults without getting defensive. But a wise person recognizes their flaws without being too critical, and they take time to hear what others have to say before speaking. They also acknowledge their capabilities and abilities, while being realistic about their own. Wisdom is a quality that comes from experience, knowledge, and good judgment. It gives a person an edge in life, and directly affects outcomes. Wise people also strive to have various life experiences, and learn from them. This helps them make good judgments, and promotes safe relationships. Dear viewers, we believe that seeing this video would have piqued your interest and sparked your curiosity. We'd appreciate it if you could leave us a remark in the comments section below. As always, we appreciate hearing from you.